Did you know DC made an anime? What's poppin', it's Shaman. And you heard me right, two of my favorite things, comic books and anime, finally decided to do the nasty and came out with an isekai. And I'm just here to give you my nerdy commentary on how much I love both of these things coming together. And I definitely recommend the 3-episode rule if you're gonna pick up or drop this show, because it takes a minute to really get everything going. As the first episode really goes a mile a minute, and there's a lot of things to try to wrap your head around at first. As we start off with Harley being all philosophical with a group of tied up men, to blowing them up, to her and Joker whipping through Gotham with a car that is powered by a piano. And I am flabbergasted by seeing this, because I'm just wondering, if my boy gotta do a U-turn, does he need to play like Beethoven's Fifth or something? Like, damn, I'm finna whip this hoe. It just doesn't seem optimal. But after these two lovebirds get into a bar fight, Harley is captured by what will be anime's people's favorite thing from DC, Katana, which if you didn't know about her,
this is Katana. She's got my back. I would advise not getting killed by her. Her sword traps the souls of its victims.
She's like a master swordsman who for some reason has trouble fighting against a gymnast. Which that should be a disclaimer for the anime fans. If someone's a gymnast or an acrobat, understand they are gods of Mortal Kombat. How does it correlate?
I don't know.
But after a smooth knockout animation, Katana captures Harley and brings her to Amanda Waller, setting up the whole Suicide Squad. And this is a good time to explain what that squad is and what isekai is for people that might not be familiar with the other properties. So for my comic book fans, what is an isekai? Well, if you ask most anime fans, it's usually a guy that died that didn't have an interesting life and got reincarnated into an anime fantasy world that for some reason has MMORPG game mechanics. It is never just normal fantasy. So imagine dying and being reincarnated into the Lord of the Rings online instead of the movies. And some other people might tell you that isekais are just power trips with guys who go into another world and get them a whole harem of women. And they'd be right. But in this show, instead of the group dying and being reincarnated into the world, Amanda Waller's crazy ass opened a portal into an anime fantasy world. So she was able to get the resources from there, like food, water, and people and all of that. And for people who don't know the Suicide Squad, Amanda Waller is like this. And honestly, this might be the lightest that she's done. This woman loves war crimes. It's like her thing. And also in the show, I guess she likes busting it down because Amanda Waller got moves. I mean, look at her go. Go twig, go twig. So besides Amanda Waller having her hot girl summer, for anime enjoyers only, Suicide Squad is usually a group of B-list to C-list villains and anti-heroes who come together and have bombs implanted in the back of their neck that will explode if they disobey Amanda Waller's orders. And they're usually sent on the type of jobs that usually will get the whole group killed or any other hero killed. That's why, quote unquote, the Suicide Squad. And there's been so many iterations of them. And this iteration is probably one of the most interesting, as we have Harley Quinn, Deadshot, King Shark, Peacemaker, and a new addition to the Suicide Squad, Clayface. Which I think is a really cool addition as long as you don't think about it much. As one of my only few gripes is how it doesn't feel like they might know all these characters that well. Because the Suicide Squad is about this group of characters that are motivated because they have a bomb implanted in their head that can kill them at any moment. That doesn't really work for Clayface. For anyone that's ever watched any Batman show or played the Arkham games, Clayface gets blown up all the time. He's made out of mud. It doesn't affect him. So I don't know why he's worried all of a sudden about him blowing up. Maybe his is different. They didn't say that it was different, but that's just one of my little gripes. But when we finally get to see the squad in the isekai world, it really kicks into gear because this team has great chemistry and honestly are hilarious. Because you're just so invested to see how they're gonna botch every conversation and mission that they're gonna go on. And honestly, watching them fighting the orcs, I felt bad for the orcs because these guys are menacing. Like, it is unfair. We got swords and shields and this guy's over here sniping people. Because like I said, these are the villains of DC, so this is where they get to let loose and kill and do whatever they want with no repercussions. But after Loki saving the day, they get put in jail, where they meet Rick Flag and learn that, hey, if they don't get out of there soon, that their heads are gonna pop because they're on a timer. So they go full on prison break. Like, I feel like this show might have messed up on a few character details for hard comic book fans, but honestly, it kind of makes it up when you get to see these characters in an anime form going all out. Because the animation is just immaculate. Like, you cannot tell me that Harley doesn't look deranged and look menacing when she's about to bash this person's head in. Or even with Deadshot, even though they gave my boy the Killmonger, my boy mid-conversation turns around and 360 no-scopes a werewolf. Like, seeing the stuff in live action is one thing, but seeing it in an anime form is on a whole nother level. And being animated by Wit Studio, the people that brought us some seasons of Attack on Titan and Vinland Saga, it is no wonder why the animation slaps so hard. So being 100% honest with you, I think this is a perfect marriage of the two. You get the comic book stuff that you love, the action, the quirky characters, but you also get to have all the things you love in anime, from action scenes, story, fantasy, and all. And then don't worry, if you feel like, oh, the cast might be limited, there's a whole nother cast of characters that you're gonna be seeing that I'm super hyped for. So if you're a fan of one or the other, I would definitely check this out. And if you would like my funny commentary on a comic book show or an anime, comment down below and give me some ideas. And until then, here's to the sexy Amanda Waller. Oh, bust it down, baby. Oh yeah, get it, queen. Yeah.